still here, that you're still breathing. You got some more work. And you owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself. So when you get up in the morning, that you can look yourself in the face and say, hey, I'm living my life. See, if you don't decide to act on your dream, if you don't decide to make a decision to live your life, if you don't decide to step into your fears, if you don't decide to say yes to your life, it never works. Many of us never realize our greatness because we become sidetracked by secondary activity. Get ourselves too thin. We don't know how to say no. And we find ourselves doing all kinds of things and never ever have time to do those things that we need to do to work on ourselves. And then there goes a second. There goes another second. There goes another second. And we can't stop the whole time. Before you know it, you wake up one day and you're behind your dreams and your bills. Ask you a question. How much time do you have left? How much time do you have left? Decide that you're going to take some time to work on you, that you deserve that from yourself, that your life deserves. It's very important. You owe that to yourself. One idea can change your life. One idea can turn your life around. And as you convince you, as you tell yourself, every day, something happens. It will enable you to transcend yourself, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, do it with everything that you have. Develop a habit of getting more than what you're paid for. If there's something that you want and you're hungry for, you've got to do whatever is necessary until. And when you give the best you can, if that's not enough, you must do what is required. When you're hungry, you don't care about the facts. You don't care about the odds. When you step into your fears and continue to push yourself to go on, you begin to see things that have been standing there looking you in the face and I can't believe this has been here all this time. It's supposed to be. If it wasn't difficult, then there'd be no problem. There would be no resistance. There'd be nothing for people struggling. And that's why I say the most important reason, the most important thing was for him to receive actually you growing stronger and becoming a stronger version of yourself through the challenge, through the resistance, and because it's hard. And don't give up on yourself. Don't throw a towel in so quickly. Many people give up on the 1 yard line. I want you to get to a place in your life that every mistake you make, every setback you get, right? Every obstacle that you're going to overcome, every barrier you can't climb. I don't want you to give up. I want you to fail forward. Every mistake you make has to be another stepping stone, another building block. And you've got to learn how to tune out critics outside and the critic inside. Because I'm going to do this. I'm going to harness my will. I'm not going to let anything stop. I deserve this. See, the last chapter to your life has not been written yet. It doesn't matter about what happened yesterday. We don't give up. We don't surrender. We don't quit. We keep getting our perspective is different. And because our perspective is different, our outcomes are different. Our rewards are different. The separation of talent and skill is one of the greatest misunderstood concepts for people who are trying to excel, who have dreams, that want to do things.
Hello, good morning all. Good morning. If you can hear me, please type in yes. Let's start off today. Good morning. Good morning. If you can hear me, please start off. Type in yes, let's start off. Okay. 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 Can I have more yes, please? Can I have more yes, please? Let me not assume that the number of people that have typed in yes are the only ones hearing me while the others may not be. So let me have more yes, please. If you can hear me, please type in yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So you're welcome to plan your trade your plan with Great White for the 15th of March 2019. As always, I always advise you go through this disclaimer. If you have any questions, this is my Telegram handle. You can always reach across to me via this Telegram handle. So now, first things first, let's start with our news for today, our fundamental news for today. In the afternoon, we don't have much. We just have, these are minor, they are not high impact, they are medium impact. We have card at 1:30, manufacturing sales, and this US news by 3:30. No major news. Let me see if there's any news over the weekend. So we're safe. Today might just be just one of those days of trading. So having taken care of that, we go over to our review for the day. So if we look at the dollar index, we will start off with the dollar index. It gives us an idea of the dollar strength for those of you who trade the euro USD mainly. So if we look at the dollar index for yesterday, the dollar index closed bearish, but above this support at 96.39. As you can see, that's causing a bounce. And it's also noteworthy to note that we have this. Let me let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this and redraw it. So we have this here. So price is currently at this area. So knowing that, we go down to our intraday chart. And looking at this chart on the intraday, we can see where the dollar index rejected from yesterday. And now it's currently at support. You have a dual confluence. You can see this area here. And then you can see a 200 moving average on the 4-hour. This may give him a bit of a support to rally up. But you should bear in mind, we have a secondary, hope I got this right. We have a secondary trend line here. We have a secondary trend line here. Should this trend line hold as support, price may move higher. But should this trend line be broken, then we may see price coming down to this area on the dollar index. And that would signal dollar weakness. And if that happens, then you may see the Euro USD rally and the USD CHF drop. So if we look at the USD CHF, like I said, it gave a sort of a quasi double top here. You can see it clearly on the 4-hour. Yesterday's candle closed as an indecision candle on the daily, but the bias is still to the downside on this step. Excuse me, the bias is still to the downside. See the double top I was talking of. So now it's basically coming down into this support zone, but there is a rising support trend line. It's coming all the way from here. Let me set this up so that the profit run. As you can see, so now this is the game plan. If this level holds that support, there is a possibility that it may bounce higher. But for now, it is in a support area. So since the trend is still down, you'll be waiting for a rally. And if you get the right kind of bearish evidence, then you sell this pair. But for now, this pair has is biased more to the downside. A move above this resistance here at 1.0064 will change the bias from being down to maybe neutral, and it may bring a retest of this high area. And on this area, we have a falling trend, resistance trend line here. You can see we have a resistance trend line here. So these are levels you need to watch out for. Next, we'll be looking at is the USD, Euro USD. Looking at the Euro USD, we can see that price rallied off this trend line here. Price rallied off this falling support trend line. And yesterday it closed as what might be looking as, I don't know, maybe it's an inside bar, but it's definitely not a harami. It's more like an inside bar. So this level here, 1.1322, seems to be giving this zone here, 1.1322 to 1.1367, seems to be giving price a bit of a challenge. And you also have the daily 50 moving average around 1.1410, which is close to a psychological level of 1.1400. So knowing that, we go down to our intraday chart. When we go down to our intraday chart, we drop to our 4-hour time frame. As we can see, this trend line is still holding price. It's still capping the advance of price. As you can see, this is why you need to know where your structure levels are. If you were not aware of where this structure level is, you would have said this is an evening star. This is a bearish reversal pattern. But the funny thing is that there was a support level below it. So immediately it dropped into that support level, it rallied back up. So these are some of the things you need to be aware of so that you don't get played by some moves in the market. So now it has found support up here. Now the deal is this. As long as this trend line and this resistance at 1.1327 is holding as resistance, price may still drop back down to this area. But a break above this confluence zone, as you can see, we have this 4-hour 200 moving average, this static support at 1.1327, and this falling trend line. So you have a triple confluence. A break above this will be very, very bullish. But for now, as long as the hold as resistance, you may see a sort of consolidation or consolidatory move on the Euro USD. The next pair we'll be looking at is the GBP USD. And looking at the GBP USD, the GBP USD yesterday, how did it close on the daily? Yes, this might be the beginning of a reversal move. This might be the beginning of a reversal move. Looking at this candle, this is what you call, this looks like more like a harami slash inside bar candle. I think I'll go with the harami. This is a reversal pattern. So knowing that, we go down to our intraday chart. Go down to our intraday chart to find out how we're going to play this. Now, this is the bottom line. Let me realign this support here. Now, this is the game plan. For the step on the GBP USD to actually take hold, there's a 4-hour, that's what you call an anchor candle. This is a bullish anchor candle. And if you observe, all the actions of yesterday were within the range of this candle. It did not move outside the range of this candle. So that's what you need to be aware of. Whenever price, and the thing with an anchor candle is that the open price of an anchor candle is support. And the open price of this candle is 0.3213. Just a bit. It's here. And price is currently at that point. So let me drop down to the 1-hour chart. so that I give you a clearer picture of what is playing out. So now, for this pair to sell conclusively, this level at 1.3212, you must get a close and reject. If you don't get it, then you might be trapped selling into this area. Because if you notice throughout yesterday, that area has held as support. That area has held as support, and there seems to be a mini demand zone on the 1 hour. Yes, yes. I think I've picked it up clearly. There's a mini demand zone on the 1 hour. If you can see, it's from here that this up move started. That's where this up move. So this might play out as a demand area, and that is where price is coming in. So until this level at 1.3202 is broken, I think it should be 1.3202. Yep, this zone. Let me just make it like this. This zone. Until this zone here is broken, that is 1.3224 to 1.3202. How do I mean broken? You get a break below it, a retest like this, and a move down. If you engage in sell on this pair at this location, you will just comfortably be buying into, you just comfortably be selling into support. That's what they've been doing throughout yesterday. So you need to wait for them to show you that they're about to move before you commit your money to the trade. So you just need to watch. As you can see on the 4 hour, lots of lower width into this area. So you need to be very careful here. So the next one we're looking at is Euro GBP. And like you know, and like I've always said, Euro GBP to an extent is the pivotal drive for GBP crossing. And if you look at this Euro GBP, you see the same pattern. This is bullish Harami. These are bullish Harami, as you can see. So which shows you that there is the potential for price to move up. That is certain. But you need to see it play out first on your chart so that you don't get suckered into some bad trades. Like now, like from yesterday, this price gave this yesterday, almost like what seems to be a double top, a double bottom. And this area here, this 89.55 has been rejecting price severally since yesterday. Let me get the 4 hour high. Yes, this area. So now, for this pair, because once this pair takes off, once the Euro GBP takes off bullish, it will put pressure on the GBP pairs to start dropping. So this is the game plan now on this pair. You need to see price move above this resistance, test it, then move away from it. Until you see it, as you can see, the Euro GBP now is our resistance, the GBP USD is our support. You just need to be aware. Don't get played by the market. The market must show you it's ready to move before you engage in the trade. So for now, the best thing to do is to play the range. Buy support, sell resistance for now until you get a break. Or to be on a safer side, you stand down and observe. The objective is to make money. Your objective is not to take sides. Whoever has the upper hand, you join them to make your money. So the next one I'll be looking at is the AUD USD. AUD USD is not one of my favorite pairs, but let me do the analysis on it for those that trade it. We have resistance at 0.7095. It capped yesterday's advance, and price is slowly advancing to it again. Should this level give way, should it fail as a resistance, then we may see price move up. But should it hold as, let me get rid of this support level, it's not being respected, this one being respected. So should this level fail, should this level here fail as resistance, hold as a resistance, then we may see price come down to retest this trend line and move up. That is if this support trend line holds. So for now, what I would say, price may be playing a range. This is the range top, this is the range bottom. The range top is at 70.95, the range bottom is at 70.47. So that's like the 40 pip range. So if you're playing it, you just need to aware of that. Let me look at this USGBP. Let me look at this USGBP. Putting some moves on it. Oh, did I move it? Okay. So now let's see. Let's go down to the 1 hour and look at this thing. Now, so this is game plan. By 9, a new 1 hour candle will be open. If you get this 1 hour candle closing like this, what you will do is you will wait for price to pull back. This lower level here, 85.48, it must hold as support because most likely they will pull back into testing. And if it holds, then you should be looking to take a long position on the euro pound or a short position on the GBP USD. As you can see, some of the GBP pairs are already moving. So let me move up so that we can look at other pairs and take our decision. If we look at the USD, yesterday's candle closed bullish, as you can see, closed bullish, but still below this falling trend line. So which means that the Euro USD, the pound, dollar yen still has a bullish bias, as you can see, for price is above this resistance, which is now playing as a support. As long as price stays above this 11165, it has the potential to run up to this. But should price go back close below this place, retest, then we may see price come down towards this secondary trend line. We may see price come down towards this secondary trend line here. So this is the game plan for the USD JPY. Seems to be more of the range. This might be the range top, and somewhere down here might be the range bottom. The next one we'll be looking at is the Euro Yen. Euro Yen, let's get a view of how it closed on the daily. If you look at the Euro Yen, it still has a bullish bias, but this long upper wick is reason for concern. That long upper wick is reason for concern, and if we drop down to our intraday chart, we can see price is still holding this resistance here at 1.26. It's still first retest, second retest. As long as price does not close, this level holds as resistance, we will see price drop back down to this support at 126.06. But should this level break as resistance, then we may see price move higher into this area. So for now, price, although bullish, but price is below a resistance that has caused rejection twice on the 4 hour. The next one we'll be looking at is the pound yen. Looking at the pound yen, this looks like a doji, which signals a loss of momentum below this trend line. This trend line is running all the way from here. It's a daily trend line running all the way from here. There are several places where you could draw this trend line from. You could draw from this point. You could draw the trend line from this high here down to this high. Still give you the same thing. So you can see this is nearer. No, don't see. Yes, you can see the rejection and price drop from that point. Oh, somebody in error has drawn on my chart. So now we might be looking at something of a double top formation here, and given the weakness in the candle of yesterday, we'll just be observing. As long as price stays below this trend line, it has the potential to still go down. As you can see, this support at 147.45 has been holding the drop in price yesterday. Since yesterday, price has not been able to go down below this level. Let me add another level here. So this seems to be the zone. You have a zone here. Because you need to be very careful with this pair. You know, it still has the Brexit hanging over it. So you do not want to be suckered into a bad trade of this pair. So this is your support zone, 147.45 to 147.29. You can see price has been holding above this level. So what you need to see is if price moves up from here, you'll be looking to sell it from around this upper trend line. You'll be looking to sell it from around this upper trend line should it hold. The next pair we'll be looking at is GBPCHF. Looking at the GBPCHF, we'll look at it from a daily point of view. Look at it from a daily point of view, we seem to have a bearish harami on this pair. As you can see, this is the candle close of yesterday. Inside this formation points to the fact that we might see a drop on this pair. But then the challenge comes in that there is a trend line here. Okay, trend line has been broken. This is no longer valid. Let me get rid of it. So drop down to my 4-hour. As you can see, this area served as resistance yesterday. This place served as support, but price is trying to break below this level here. So should this level give way, then we might see further drop on the GBPCHF. But should it close back above here, then there is a potential that price may move higher to either this level, or this level. So there is a potential that so either of these two levels, should price close back above 1.3265, then you may see price move a bit higher on this pair. The next pair we'll be looking at is Euro AUD. Looking at the Euro AUD, it seems to be in a downtrend. The bias is tilted to the downside. Rejection from this trend, from this channel that we noted yesterday. You see the rejection from there. Immediately it dropped, it gave this evening star formation. So now the deal is that price may be coming down to this level, but you should be aware that you have the 4-hour 200 at 1.5946. So you have something like a support zone here. So, but for now, this pair is in a downtrend, not in an uptrend. This pair for now is in a downtrend. Next pair we'll be looking at is the GBP AUD. And looking at the GBP AUD, let's look at it from a daily point of view. As you can see, it's the same formation, but it seems to have already taken off. So, but for now, he's finding some sort of support off the 4-hour 50 moving average at 1.8633, as you can see here. 1.8633 here. So this may cause a bit of bounce. So if you ask me, the best place to take a shot on this man would be a retest of this level. If this level holds as resistance, then you sell down to this area. The next pair we'll be looking at is USD CAD. Looking at the USD CAD is testing a previously broken trend line here. As you can see, seriously testing it. But although he's to the downside, the deal now means should this level hold as support, as this area hold as support, you may see a move higher on this pair. But should you get a close below this level, close retest, then your price may come down to either this mid support or this area here. So the next part I'll be looking at is the GBP card. And the GBP card, same thing too, found support here. Its proximity to this trend line. And as long as it's above this trend line, you might have a bullish to a range sort of trade, as you can see here. So the question is, just know where your range bottom is. For now, the support is at 1.7593. Did you get a close below this level? As you can see, there's an anchor candle. There's a bullish anchor candle here. There has been no close below the open price. So should you get a close below this bullish anchor, then you might see a move further down to this rising trend line. So that is it for today, being the 15th of March 2019. I wish you all a beautiful trading day ahead. And if you have any questions, somebody is asking I analyze the AUD USD one more time before I go. So let me grant the person the honor. So let me look at this GBP AUD. This GBP AUD, this is its resistance here, 70.95. If you don't get a close above here, this resistance has held, and that means there's a potential price may still drop to the downside. As you can see, it seems to be in a range of a sort. So if it comes back here to this level and this level holds as resistance, you will see price drop. But a break above this 70.95 will send price higher to this point. So that's just the game plan for this AUD US. That's just his game plan for now. So let's look at this Euro GBP so that some people will not run into some bad trades before I go. Let me look at it. Let me drop to the 1 hour. Yes, it seems they have closed above that level. So what they are doing now is the retest. So remember what I said, you need to see them test a bit. The best way to enter this trade is from the 15 minutes. Let me give you a little tip here. You drop to your 15 minutes. You see this long upper wick on the 15 minutes, that shows you that they might still drop. You watch them, once they drop down and give you a bullish move on the 15 minutes, then you can take the trade. Or to be on the safe side, wait for it on the 1 hour. So thank you all for coming. I wish you all a beautiful trading day and a blessed weekend ahead. Thank you.